Have you ever wondered why a single glance, a subtle smile, or even the way someone tilts their head can communicate more than an hour of talking? Human behavior is one of the most powerful forces on earth, yet it often goes unnoticed, especially when it comes to understanding women's body language, love language, and the psychology behind our daily interactions. There is a world of insight hidden in plain sight. And if you pay attention, if you learn to see the signals behind the silence, you can unlock opportunities for deeper connection, genuine love, and unstoppable confidence in your relationships and life. Think about it. You walk into a room, and without a single word, you instantly know who is approachable, who seems confident, and who is closed off. That's body language. Women in particular often communicate through subtle cues. The way she crosses her legs, the way her eyes meet yours for a brief second and then glance away, or the way she unconsciously mirrors your movements. These aren't accidents. Psychology shows us that more than 70% of communication is non-verbal. That means most of what we understand about someone comes not from their words, but from their body, their tone, their energy. But here's the secret most people miss. Body language is not just about attraction or romance, it's about trust. A woman who feels comfortable will lean in when you speak. She will touch her hair. She will maintain open gestures. On the other hand, crossed arms, looking away, or checking her phone repeatedly are signs that something is off. If you can recognize these cues, you won't just understand women better, you'll understand people better. And when you understand people, you become magnetic, because everyone is drawn to the person who gets them without even needing words. Now let's talk about love language. Each of us has a unique way of expressing and receiving love. For some, it's words of affirmation, simple compliments that light up their world. For others, it's quality time, the kind of presence that says, "You are my priority." Some feel loved through physical touch, a hug, a hand on the shoulder, a kiss that lingers. Others crave acts of service, when you do something small that shows you were thinking of them. And some feel most loved when they receive thoughtful gifts, not because of the material value, but because it represents effort and attention. Here's what's fascinating. Women's love languages are often misunderstood. Many men assume that buying gifts or giving compliments is enough, when in reality, a woman might be craving undivided attention, a deep conversation without distractions, or simply being heard without interruption. Psychology teaches us that frustration in relationships often comes from speaking different love languages. Imagine speaking French to someone who only understands Japanese. You might be pouring your heart out, but the other person doesn't feel it. The moment you align your love language with hers, everything changes. She feels understood, valued, and connected. And this doesn't apply only to romance. Love language extends to family, friendships, even the workplace. Understanding how people feel valued will set you apart as a leader, as a partner, as a friend. You become someone people can't help but respect and love, because you see them for who they are, not who you assume them to be. Human behavior is the ultimate key to success. Every single day, you are reading and being read. Think about job interviews, networking events, first dates. People are watching your confidence, your posture, your eye contact. Do you stand tall? Do you speak with clarity? Do you maintain open gestures? Or do you fold into yourself, signaling insecurity? When you learn to master your own body language, you no longer just observe psychology, you embody it, and people respond to that energy instantly. Here's a powerful truth. Attraction is not about looks alone, it's about presence. A woman may not remember the color of your shirt, but she will always remember how she felt in your presence. Did she feel safe? Did she feel seen? Did she feel energized? The same goes for you. How often have you been drawn to someone who wasn't necessarily the most attractive person in the room, but they had a spark, a charisma, a way of making you feel alive. That's human behavior at its finest. Psychologists tell us that mirroring body language builds instant connection. If someone leans in, and you lean in, it creates a subconscious bond. If someone uses certain words or phrases, and you echo them, they feel understood. Women especially notice these subtle alignments, because emotional intelligence is often higher in them than in men. So when you listen, when you pay attention not only to what is said, but what is shown, you set yourself apart from the average person who is just waiting for their turn to talk. But here's the motivational part I want you to remember. This isn't just about understanding others, it's about mastering yourself. When you walk with confidence, when you carry yourself with open energy, when you choose to speak the love language of the people around you, you elevate your entire life. Relationships grow richer, opportunities expand, and your inner power becomes undeniable. Too many people drift through life blind to these cues, blind to the psychology of behavior. They miss opportunities for love because they don't recognize interest. They sabotage relationships because they don't realize they're speaking the wrong love language. They lose respect because their body language screams insecurity, but not you. You're here, listening, learning, ready to rise above. Imagine this. The next time you meet someone new, you notice her body language: relaxed shoulders, steady eye contact, a slight smile. You respond with openness, with warmth. Instantly there's a spark. Later you discover her love language is quality time. Instead of just sending gifts or messages, you carve out space to truly be present. She feels it, she knows it, and that connection deepens. All because you chose to pay attention. Or picture yourself in a leadership position. Your team feels distant. Instead of barking orders, you recognize that some people feel valued when you acknowledge their effort, while others need one-on-one time to feel heard. By adapting your approach, you ignite loyalty and productivity. This isn't manipulation, it's emotional intelligence. It's human connection at its highest level. And let me remind you of this truth. Knowledge without action is wasted. You can learn every psychology fact in the world, but if you don't practice awareness, if you don't observe, listen, and adjust, it means nothing. So start today. Pay attention to posture, tone, eyes, hands. Notice love languages, ask questions, give presence, and most importantly, lead with empathy. Because at the end of the day, the greatest human behavior isn't just attraction, or influence or charm, it's love. The ability to truly see someone, understand them, and value. That is the power that changes relationships, changes communities, changes the world. So as you step forward from this moment, remember, every glance, every gesture, every word is an opportunity. Women's body language, love languages, human behavior, these are not mysteries. They are invitations to connect, to grow, to love deeper, and to live with more power than you ever thought possible. And when you choose to answer those invitations, when you decide to read between the lines of silence, you unlock the truth that has been there all along. Connection is the real success, and love is the ultimate language of humanity.